Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the movie Hangout. Joker sequel rumored for 2023 to start. I am so pumped up about this. I'm a huge Joaquin Phoenix fan. I'm a huge fan of the Joker character, and when they meshed those two things together, it was gold. It was amazing. But before I jump into this article at Cosmic Book News, if you could go on over, click subscribe, comment, like, I would really appreciate it. Okay, let's jump into this. So I like a lot of these articles from Cosmic Book News. I mean, there's so many different entertainment websites out there, but I like a lot of their stuff. They're right to the point. They don't go on and on in their articles, and it's pretty legit. Pretty legit. There's a lot of fake stuff out there, but I like this one. So here's Joaquin Phoenix. We all love the makeup. When I first saw it, I was a little skeptical because I was like, I don't know if this is going to work because I fell in love with how Jack Nicholson's makeup looked and Heath Ledger's makeup. I was okay with Jared Leto's. I wasn't sure about this one because of the red nose right there. But I got to tell you, it really suits this particular rendition of the Joker and just the personality of Joaquin Phoenix. You never know what this guy's going to do, literally. And that's just Joaquin Phoenix in real life. So when you add that to a character like the Joker that's unpredictable, um, it's just, there's an element of danger even when he's smiling. Okay, so the Joker sequel starring Joaquin Phoenix looks to get underway in 2023. So that's next year. So they're in pre-production right now. Typically, it takes a while to make a film. It takes a couple years, but with a big studio behind it, they already have all the moving parts. It's a big machine, really. Warner Brothers, Disney, Paramount, even Netflix, Amazon. These are giant production media machines. So if you have an idea and you just throw it into the machine, it'll crank it out pretty fast. So that's a positive when you work with a big machine. But when you throw your idea into the machine, it's not going to come out the other end how you first envisioned it. And that could be really bad too. So there's trade-offs with it. But Todd Phillips, who directed The Joker, the first film, he was able to get around that. He was able to get the end result that he wanted, which is very rare, and it's even more rare when you do a sequel. But since the first one was so successful, the studio may give him more flexibility with that. But it happens. Sometimes the big machine gets greedy. There's a lot of egos in the big machine, and even though the first film was successful, they may mess up the second, but we don't know. It's claimed that the first draft of the script is complete, so that's good. But keep in mind, people get excited for the first draft. Films go through countless drafts, so this may have a 10th draft, but at least they have something on paper. And the film will begin shooting sometime in 2023. No further details are known about Joker 2, but following the first movie's billion-dollar shocking success, and that is shocking because it's a rated R film, the reason why movies now, and this is important to know, a lot of people don't know this, the reason why movies now just aren't as good as they were back in the, I would say, pre-1990, is because around that time, a new rating was implemented, and that was PG-13. So in the past, you either had a PG, which was parental guidance for kids, and then you had a hard rated R. So that's a pretty big leap. So you could have a lot of violence, and you could have even some profanity and a lot of subjects in a movie, and it'll still be rated PG. It's really remarkable. Like if you look at like the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one that came out, there's cursing in it, there's smoking, there's drinking, there's violence. If that was to come out today, it would probably be definitely a PG-13, maybe even a rated R film. Jaws was a PG movie, if you could believe that. Gremlins, I think, actually might have been the film that caused the ratings to change because there were people that literally die in that movie. But because of that, studios now, they don't want to do a lot of rated R movies because you're cutting out everybody under 18 years old, and that's a ton of people. That's a lot of tickets. It's a lot of money that's left on the table. So they kind of compromise artistically, and everything is kind of dull compared to how it was. Okay, so it says no further details about the Joker. Back in May, director Todd Phillips' lawyer confirmed involvement. Todd Phillips struck a deal to co-write the next Joker installment, said a lawyer of Sloan, Offer, Weber, and Dern. Well, that's good because if the original Cook made something amazing, you got to bring the original back. I mean, you can't just have somebody totally different step in because that's how things really get screwed up. Rumors have also offered that Joaquin Phoenix is getting a hefty pay raise. Of course, I mean, the first one was huge. To return as Gotham's Clown Prince of Crime. I like that. Gotham's Clown Prince of Crime. And it said plans are in place to make 2 Joker sequels. Wow. So not only are we going to get number 2, we're going to get number 3. It's going to be a trilogy. This could be pretty cool. In the next few years with Phoenix, Phillips, and producer Bradley Cooper all involved. Bradley Cooper is getting in producing. That's pretty neat. Joaquin Phoenix Joker, Billionaire Success. It was released in 2019 and opened to almost a $100 million box office. Though critic reviews weren't all that good, word of mouth quickly spread how good the flick was, and the Joker went on to make a whopping $1.074 billion. Phillips also confirmed that WB wasn't big on the idea at first, but now that the flick is a huge success, WB is apparently fully on board with the sequel. Yeah, because it made $1 billion. Joaquin Phoenix also won Best Actor Oscar for his performance, and the film won Best Original Score. It's also again thought that the Joaquin Phoenix version of the Joker will be standalone and part of its own universe, as rumors offer a new version of the Joker may appear in the Matt Reeves' The Batman or the upcoming Gotham PD series coming to HBO Max streaming service. With Zack Snyder's DCU done for, it also seems as if the Jared Leto Joker won't be returning. And then here's a synopsis for the Joker movie. Director Todd Phillips' Joker centers around the iconic arch nemesis and is an original, standalone fictional story not seen before on the big screen. Phillips' exploration of Arthur Fleck, who is indelibly portrayed by Joaquin Phoenix, is of a man struggling to find his way in Gotham's fractured society. A clown for hire by day, he aspires to be a stand-up comic at night, but finds the joke always seems to be on him. Caught in a cynical existence between apathy and cruelty, Arthur makes one bad decision that brings about a chain reaction of escalating events in this gritty character study. If you haven't seen the first one, you got to see it. From a filmmaking, acting standpoint, it's amazing. The cinematography is fantastic. The makeup, the lighting, the word, I mean, everything is just, it's a piece of art. And the reason why it's a piece of art is because they didn't make it to sell toys. And ironically, when you make something not to over commercialize it, it actually makes more money in the long run. But the studios always forget that. Well, anyways, thanks for listening. And as always, if you want to get future rants, reviews, original content, click subscribe. Later.